Hello my nail friends and welcome back. I have been not getting videos out as quickly as I wanted to lately, but I had to get this one up. I'm about a day late, unfortunately, and I'll explain why later on in the video, but right now I want to show you the products that I'm using. This is a collaboration for Autism Acceptance Month Day. I'm going to say month because I didn't make it for acceptance day. I didn't make it for April 2nd, unfortunately, because again, I'll explain later. So this is a collaboration between two companies. It is Spirit Art Designs created these gorgeous water slide decals, and they collaborated with Two Chicks, One Dip, and they created these beautiful dip powders to go with these decals. And when I saw this, I think it popped up on my Instagram feed, and you know what? I was just like, I love those decals, and these colors are so cute, and I think they'll all look great together. So I decided to nab this right up. And nab, that's grab, nab, snap, snatch, whatever. I got it when it released, and I'm very excited to use it. I had this mani done in plenty of time for Awareness Day, which was, as I'm recording this voiceover, yesterday, April 2nd, and I did wear it to work, but unfortunately I did not get the voiceover and all my editing done in time, so I'm a little late. So that's we're gonna get to that later on, but I'm gonna start off with this beautiful, they're like a matte pearl glitter. I don't know how to explain it. They're just different than what I'm used to seeing in a chunky glitter, which is really cool. So this one is called True Colors, and I love it. So I'm going to start off the same way I usually do. Well, actually, no, I don't think I pour over on this one, because I found that even when I dipped into this chunky glitter on my first dip, the chunky glitters don't stick like they do on the I don't really know how to explain this, but I got very limited coverage on my first dip with these glitters, so the thickness wasn't an issue. On my other hand, I poured over first, and then I realized that I wanted a little bit more coverage, but even when I did lay flat on the first dip, I didn't get that much coverage, which is interesting, to say the least. Not my usual experience with a chunky glitter, so I did lay flat for the first dip, and it was still not, I don't know. It worked out fine in the end, don't get me wrong. It was just an interesting experience with the first dip. Even with like pour over, like none of the glitters stuck to my nail on the first layer. It was very interesting. I don't know if it's the consistency of the base powder or the finish of the actual glitters themselves, because they're more satiny, I guess, maybe. I don't really know. I'm not a glitter professional or expert. Listen, this is just what I experienced. So on the second lay-in, however, I do get pretty full coverage. Watch this. It's really interesting. But look at that. What? I don't understand how it works. But it worked out pretty well. I got pretty full coverage on that second dip. Go figure. Anyway, so I'm loving this glitter. It's very different and unique, and that's what I love about it. It's a nice mix of colors, very rainbowy. But the finish of this glitter is really cool. They really do look like pearls, like a pearl finish or satin finish. I don't know how else to explain it. And I apologize if I'm sniffling. I occasionally miss my regular dip liquids and their dry time. So sometimes I go ahead and use them anyway. I did not on this mani, but on a previous one, I did. And I'm still having dip flu symptoms from that. But sometimes it is just worth it to me to have a faster dry time. Today I am using my Sparkling Kohl Low Odor because I knew that this mani was going to take me a little bit longer, and I didn't want to be exposed to regular dip liquids for that long when I was already having dip flu symptoms. So there's that. Yeah, I mean, so what I'm doing now, or I'm going to explain and stop yabbering on. I am just with the words today. I don't know. Yammering on about nothing. And I'm going to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I am encapsulating this nail right now, and I'm going to activate it. And the reason that I'm doing that is because the next powder that I'm going to use, it is a gorgeous white glitter, but it also has what I call micro flakies in it, which fly everywhere. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it in the video, but literally the whole time I was using this next powder, this one right here, from Sassy Mouth Dip Powders, I'm using this one. It's called Glow Up. It is a white, beautiful white glitter with some sort of silver shimmery micro flakies is what I'm going to call them. And it is a stunning dip powder. It is beautiful, easy to work with, but it is messy. That shimmer goes everywhere. It was floating in the air for ever after I was done using it. I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but holy Moses, it was a mess. So I activated that glitter nail to protect it from the flakies getting stuck in it and everything like that. And plus, I the same thing. I'm going to end with my solid color, and I'm going to encapsulate and activate this white as well so that I don't get that shimmery stuff in my solid nail. I hope all this is making sense. Anyway, so I thought it would be fun to show you guys that you don't have to apply water slide decals over a solid white. You can use a glitter white and it works just as well. And I actually really love the way that these decals look over a glitter white, because you can sort of see in person, maybe not on camera, but in person you can kind of see the glitter through the color of the decals, and it looks really neat. So that's why I chose to use this instead of a solid white. Not to mention that glitter whites are a lot easier to work with, because sometimes working with a solid white can be a struggle. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. So I'm going to do 2 dips of this white, and then I'm going to encapsulate it as well and activate. And then I am going to get into my solid application, and I'm going to do something a little bit neat with that as well, because the white glitter Glow Up is in fact also a glow. It glows white. And then the chunky glitter that I used also has a bit of glow to it. So I wanted to make my solid color glow as well. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sandwich a glow clear powder. You know, I say that with quotations because I've yet to meet a clear glow that is actually 100% clear. Most of the glow clears that I have tried have a little bit of a fog to it, because it's almost impossible to find a truly clear glow powder pigment. And that is not any creator's fault. That is just the way it is. Glow powder is never completely clear that I know of. So it's just the way it is. But so what I decided to do is to sandwich the clear glow between the 2 layers of my solid color. Actually 3. I think I did 3 dips of the yellow because it's pretty sheer, as you'll see when we get there. So that being explained, now I am going to encapsulate these in clear, and then we'll move on to the yellow, which is called Watch Me Shine, and it is a extreme neon yellow. Yes. Anyway, so while I'm finishing up these dips, because everything else moving forward is pretty self-explanatory, and I already explained what I'm going to do with the yellow and the clear glow dip. So now that that is all explained, I'm going to let you watch while I tell you what's been going on with me and why my schedule of one video a week has been kind of wonky lately. I am continuously having issues with gel reactions, and so here's the thing. I'm sure a lot of people are like, well, if you know you have a gel reaction, why do you keep using gels? So here's the thing. I'm trying to find gel products that I can use safely because I like using gel products for certain things. For example, I know that there are ways to chrome using something besides gel. I don't like it. I don't like it. I have tried chroming with regular gel, you know, the gel air dry Sally Hansen, blah, blah. Don't like it. It doesn't look the same to me. That's my personal opinion. And I love chrome nails. God, do I love chroming my nails. And I don't want to give that up because I love how it looks. So, okay. I also love magnetic polishes, and I love that all these companies like Dip-O-Mania are making powders that can be mixed with a blooming gel or gel base that can be that are magnetized, and you can make magnetic designs with them. That's cool, and I want to be able to use those. So I am, you know, and not to mention, like, I love my jelly tips and I love adhering them with gel, builder gel. It's hard to give up things that you love, right? And especially things that make your life easier. Like, it is so much easier for me to use jelly tips and builder gel and do fills with that. It's just, it makes my life easier. It makes my doing manis a lot quicker. And yeah, so anyway, long story short, actually long story long. A few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, a gel company reached out to me and offered me the opportunity to do a sponsored video reviewing their products. They were going to send me a PR package, and yeah. Now, this company, and I'm not going to name any names because I'm going to be honest with you, this has nothing to do with the company itself. I know a lot of people who use their products and have no issue. I know people who have gel allergies that use their products and have no issue. I know a lot. I see a lot of really popular nail artists on YouTube using these products. It's not the company. It is an ingredient in their product that I personally, just me that I know, I mean, it could be other people, but me personally am allergic to some ingredient that is in their product. So they claim, and one of their most popular features of their product is that they are HEMA-free and 9-free. That's amazing. And I'm so happy that there are companies out there doing this more. However, as I said, I did a full video using all just gel products, just their products on my nails. I did a solid gel nail polish, and I did a magnetic cat eye gel polish. Whew, again with the words. Magnetic cat eye gel polish. It came out beautiful. The mani, not that I'm a gel user, because generally I am a dip powder user above anything else, and I just use gel for enhancement or for nail art of some form. But I wanted to give gel polish you know, this gel company a good, you know, review of just their products, performing on their own, not over dip powder or anything like that. So I did a full gel polish manicure using only their products, their base, their top, their polishes, and some gel paints. I had this set on. I videotaped it. I started editing it. I was very excited. And within 24 hours, my fingers swelled up, got itchy, and I felt like I just... I had to take everything off. And I had to contact this company and be honest with them and say, hey, here are our options. This is what happened, and here are our options. And I obviously gave them the option to, you know, let me upload the video and be honest about what happened to me personally, with the disclaimer that it's my personal reaction to this product. That doesn't mean it's going to be everyone's reaction to this product, because lots of people use this product with no issue. Or we could scrap the whole thing and they owe me nothing and they can just opt out. And they chose the latter choice, and that's fine. I do not blame them in the least bit. I don't. Because like I said, there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands probably of people using this product with no issue. This is my personal issue. It is my personal allergy. And yeah, so I'm not going to complain about the company at all, because I do not believe that it had anything to do with the product itself per se. So anyway, that is why I have a Band-Aid on my index finger. I had a massive reaction and my index finger was the worst of it. So I had to remove my extension completely, get all gel products off completely. And now I have it bandaged just so you don't have to look at the ugliness that is my nub of an index finger. Anyway, now that I've explained all of that, I am right now just using glue to put my extensions on, to give my fingers a complete and utter break from any and all gel products for a while. That's it. So now we're going to get into applying these beautiful, gorgeous water slide decals. Normally I would just put it on my stamper and wet the backing with a Q-tip, but I didn't have any Q-tips, and so I'm going back to my old, way of applying decals by soaking them in a little bit of water, which works perfectly fine. Don't get me wrong. I have nothing against that method. I personally just find it easier to dampen the back of it with a Q-tip and then slide the back off while it's on the jelly stamper, period, end of conversation. But you can do it either way, and this is the way I'm doing it today, because I forgot to grab some Q-tips and I was feeling a little lazy and didn't want to get up and go get it. So that's what we're doing. Oh my goodness gracious, what is happening today? Anyway, so now that I have the decals cut out and I have trimmed as close to the design as I possibly can, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place one of the decals in the water. And while it is soaking in the water, I am going to apply a sticky base coat. One that I'm using is from Maniology. There are others out there, but I really like Maniology's products. So this has been my go-to for applying my stamps and my water slide decals, things like that. So I'm going to apply one very thin coat of the sticky base coat. And while that is drying, I'm going to remove the decal from the water, place it on my jelly stamper from Maniology as well. It's a Monacle Stamper from Maniology. And I'm going to remove the backing of the water slide decal. And by the time I do all of that, it's going to be about 20 to 30 seconds. The sticky base coat will be dry enough to apply the water slide decal. Now, one thing that I want to clarify is it is best, in my experience, to wait about 20 to 30 seconds for your sticky base coat to mostly dry. You don't want your sticky base coat to be wet, because then it won't stick. It'll slide around, you know, just like it would on any wet polish. The whole thing about sticky base coat is that when it dries down, it leaves a tacky surface for things to stick to, right? So you do want to give it a few seconds to dry a bit. It doesn't have to be completely 100% dry, but you want it to be mostly dry. And it works like a charm. The water slide decal lays flat, and then you can, I'm going to use a smudge-free top coat on top of it, and then I'm going to use my activator and top coat, and I'm going to show you how that's going to happen as well. But first I'm going to apply the other decal on my thumb. I know that a lot of people like to encapsulate their water slide decals in a layer of clear dip. I personally do not prefer to do it that way for several reasons. I go through all of the shaping and filing and all of that before I apply my my decals, and I don't want to have to do any more of that after I apply the decals. Plus also sometimes clear dip powder can make your decals look kind of foggy, blurry, etc. And I don't know, I just find this to be my best method. It's what I do. Everyone is welcome to do it their own way. If this is not something that works for you, then do what works for you. But I find that applying the smudge-free top coat over my decal, it protects it just enough that I can apply my activator. And I do that carefully. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like swiping across the top of it vigorously. I dab or float the brush so that it doesn't actually touch the surface of where the design is. And it works fine. And then I can top coat right over it, and the top coat is enough to protect and seal in that decal perfectly. So that's my method. But as I said, you know, I do me, you do you. So now I'm applying the smudge-free top coat, and I'm going to do all of my top coat application and whatnot. And that is stuff that I do all the time on my channel. So if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that process already. And if you have not, if you are new, hi, welcome. I'm Jess, and this is Nails by me. And Fragilicious Nails by Jess is the name of my channel, and I'm glad that you're here. Now that I've yammered on about all of that nail stuff, which is why we're here, right? But also I wanted to explain a little bit, in case you are new and you don't know anything about me, why it was important to me to do an autism acceptance set of nails this month. And that is because I am a registered behavior technician. I am a behavior therapist. I work one-to-one and do behavior therapy and ABA with autistic children. I work in a public school full-time, and I also do part-time in-home therapies with a client. And I love my job, and I love my students and clients. I also work on Saturdays. I do a social skills group. I'm a group leader. Oh, yeah. I'm a group leader for a social skills group on Saturdays with a group of autistic children, helping to teach them social skills. And yeah. Anyway, so I'm a busy girl, but my job is the best job in the world. I absolutely love what I do. I love my students. I love my clients. It's an incredibly rewarding profession. I do realize that it's not for everyone, but it is for me. It's the best job ever. But I wanted to do an autism acceptance video because there's been a lot of controversy over the last few years about acceptance versus awareness. And, you know, Is it important for people to be aware? Yes, it is important for people to be aware. But it's even more important for people to be accepting and understanding. And that takes some work, and it takes some educating. Being aware that there are autistic people in the world is not quite the same as accepting and understanding them. And so even though I still do appreciate the symbolism, the actual true symbolism that some autistic people and some parents of autistic people use the puzzle piece for, I also accept and embrace that acceptance is just as important. And that is why I chose to use the infinity symbol this year on my nails. So I hope that you all understand. Because, it can be a touchy subject, and a lot of people don't like to talk about it. And that's why I'm not, preaching through the entire video about this, because, it's personal. It is very personal for a lot of people. And, so I want to be respectful of everyone. But at the same time, I want to acknowledge the importance of noting the difference between awareness and acceptance. And I am going to throw in a little, this is something that an autistic parent that I know, I worked with her child for a couple of years, and she posted this picture on her, I no longer work with her student. Let me clarify that. I no longer have a professional relationship with the child or this mother. So yes, we are friends on Facebook now because she keeps me updated on her child's progress. And I do appreciate that so much because I care about all of my friends that I've worked with. My friends being my students and clients. Anyways, she posted this poster on her feed, and I just think that it explains things really well. So I'm gonna throw that in here while I'm putting on my my cuticle oil so that you can kind of take a peek at it. Feel free to pause the video and read what that has to say. And I think it explains the difference between awareness and acceptance very, very well. So I'm going to show you the Marvelous Glow because I personally absolutely adore Glow Manis, and the glow from Hand Grenade from Nola Dips, that clear dip powder I put under the yellow or sandwiched between the yellow dips. Like, look at that. It shows so amazingly. I just, what? It's even brighter than the glow from the powders that were meant to glow. It's crazy. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your patience. I know I've been, pretty sporadic in my uploads, but you have no idea how much I appreciate you being here and continuing to support my channel. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, which I hope will be really soon. Thank you. Bye-bye now.